Hello and welcome back to Felsbrunn. So we're back on our right field now, but we've had to make a slight change to how we're doing this. Due to the extra work we've done for Seaview Farm, had to make a change of combine. So the John Deere is gone, and in its place we now have a Lexion 780. Came along at the right price. So we've got a much wider cut combine now to allow us to get over the land a bit quicker. So we're getting way behind with the harvest. So we had to do something to speed up proceedings. So have to carry on where we left off with the John Deere on here. So he'd had a look at this mod and it seems to be okay. Be a bit careful where it's downloaded from, but no problems with it so far. Any sound issues you hear with the combine in this video are not down to the mod itself, it's down to the MP server. Unfortunately it's having a few sound issues at the moment. But hopefully this combine will allow us to get over the ground a bit quicker than we were. So we've got our canola to do here. We've also got 2 fields of soybeans we haven't done yet. So we're getting a bit behind. The price is quite good for this, I believe, at the moment, but we'll check before we take it anywhere or store it. So come out a little bit narrower here so we can even up to where the John Deere finished. Fortunately, it's going to mean we have to take the header off a bit more to move it around than we did with the smaller John Deere. But that should even out when we actually get working in the field with this one. So we've got the wider tyre option on here and a 12-metre header. Couldn't quite justify the tracks. So those sound issues there are not this mod. So it is fine in the single player game as well. So it's got to be down to something on the server at the moment. Doesn't seem to affect tractors as much as it if they're not doing anything what involves constant engine speed. So we'll go around the field at least once more after this time, give ourselves plenty of space to turn around. And once we've nearly got the trailer full, we'll put the combine on the help and we'll go and deal with the loaded grain in the trailer, canola. You see how if we done one along the head of this end with the John Deere, the weeds grew on it. There's some very fast growing weeds on this game. So I know part of this field is in need of subsoiling after we've harvested it, so we'll have to look at getting a subsoiler as well. Probably something that the Vulture can do. The whole field doesn't need doing, I think it's just the bit out the back of the yard there, what was originally field 20. And this field will go into wheat. Farm canola, which is quite common practice in real life. Our oats have been harvested with the John Deere before we sold it. The field has been cultivated. That one may well go into something like sunflowers. probably put canola on the field in front of us next time round. I have to just check and see if that one needs ploughing or anything first. I don't think any of our fields need liming at the moment, but I will check that as well before we re-drill anything. So certainly going to pull a bigger hole in this field than we would with the John Deere in a similar time frame. I'll be honest, I've always been more of a Class fan than the John Deere fan when it came to combines. Not had much to do with the rotary ones in real life, but had plenty to do with the straw walker models. So what we'll do down the bottom end here is just cut straight across. We won't follow the bend round this time, we'll just try and level this bottom end up a bit for when we put the helper on the combine. So you know they don't like dealing with sloping headlands. They tend to miss bits as a rule. Hopefully we'll be able to get up the other end there. So instead of following that curve round in front of us, we'll just keep going straight this time. Hopefully we'll get to the trailer before the grain tank's full. Alright, so we'll just trip up to the trailer now. Empty out. We'll just back up and carry on up this side then. Another tank full in there should fill it up, I'd have thought. You can see the trees around the field that you planted have got really big now, to the point we could think about cutting some of them down. And what we'd do is probably replant another row next to them before we've done that, so we still have our tree belt around the field. Right, so let's back ourselves up and go around the headland once more. Be no shortage of turning room length for us, or for the helper more to the point. Try to minimise the risk of it doing something silly if I can. I imagine there's quite a few pounds worth of crop in this field when we start to sell it, so it'll earn us some money back. Allow us to pay off our loan, hopefully. Or to finish paying off our loan, we've already paid some of it off, or the biggest chunk of it off. A little bit later. Almost make the combine sound like it's got a dodgy injector with those sound problems. I did like these mods in FS17 as well. The modern welt ones I used then, what could do grass seed as well. It'd be nice to see those ones back. Hopefully we'll get a few more class mods in 19 yet. It's still very early days for this game. It takes a while to get things sorted. So everyone just have to be patient for those things, myself included. Certainly in the area I'm in, the Class is still one of the biggest selling brands of combine, with New Holland and John Deere close second. There's one or two cases around here, but not many. Same goes for Massey's. There's too many people around here got bad memories of the 30 and 40 series combines at times. I certainly pulled a big chunk out of the field going around there a third time. Or second time with this one. So this Lexing comes off mod host, but just be careful where with the links to the site it's actually off. Make sure you've got good antivirus on there for that one. Close any windows or when you go onto the other site before they fully open, would be the advice I'd give you. If you do add this into your game, I would suggest when you buy the combine to move it out of the way before you buy the header. Otherwise the header spawns beneath the combine at the shop for some strange reason and not beside it. You shall be down the shop and see your combine sitting on top of your header. And no, I do not have a picture of that to share or video. Should have done really. I know certain other YouTubers had a similar issue with that one. So again, we'll keep straight or straight-ish this time. Empty out. And what we may actually do is put on the helper before we empty out. The grain tank isn't sort of overly full yet. I have a feeling it won't be taking the full width as it goes back down the field. I do really like how this field looks with the trees around it. It sort of changes the appearance of it altogether. So I'll probably put a few more rows of trees in the middle there now, especially now we own the field next to it. As you can see, since the previous videos, we have completely landscaped the yard here as well now. Tidied that up. Had to go removing a few of the lumps and bumps about there, and giving the house a nice tidy lawn to deal with. Right, so we'll get in the 6215 trailer now. Hopefully that will get down the other end of the field and start coming back before the grain tank is full. It should take most of a grain tank in the trailer by the looks of it. Yeah, shouldn't be any problem getting down that end before it fills up. So as soon as the helper's turned round and going back up the field, we'll get beside him. It's a shame that the straw chopper doesn't spread to full width on that Lexion. It's otherwise quite a nice mod though. So I'll try and do this from the front view, but I can't see it finishing very well. If I do it from above, it's a bit easier. Guessing this could pretty much fill the trailer, hopefully. Okay, so I have to have a look and see what we're going to do with this now, whether we're going to take it into storage or sell it. So let's have a look on our screen here. So we've got 2,300. It's a price there. I think we'll actually take this one and sell it. So bought southeast down the bottom there. I know the price is still going up, so when we take some more down there, it could be even higher. So not too far down there with this tractor. You see to our left we sort of tidied the grass up around the back of our barn there. Still got a tank of liquid fertiliser down here that I really ought to come and clean up. Don't want Seaview thinking that's a target for them to fill their sprayer up from or anything. I'm fairly generous, but not that generous with fertiliser. I believe we've got to do some lime spreading down them for there as well. We've now completely done all their crops down there for them. So we've done their canola, sunflowers and corn off camera. If we have to do anything more down there, harvesting, that shouldn't take so long next time there's bigger combine. Now just in here to the right and round the back of the buildings. And I'll put the display up on screen so we can see exactly what we get off this load. Which hopefully be quite a bit of money. Let's get ourselves on the sell point. Let's see what we can make. So what we sold our other combine and headers for made up for the biggest chunk of the price of this new combine as well, which is quite good. So you don't actually have to find too much extra money for that. That's good, so £71,543 for that load of canola. So we get another trial before we're going to be well over £140,000 off that field. That's before we even start doing our 2 fields of soy. The oats were sold straight off the field. That's how we managed to pay some of our loan off already. And there's a few in storage. That's just a little bit of what's left in the tank. We've still got some wheat in store as well. So just go back up to the field and empty the combine out once more, and we'll call that it for this video. Trying to keep them to around 20-25 minutes long. Trying to avoid having to do too many time lapses now if I can get away with it. But we will save that for some of the bigger jobs. There are a few contract missions about on here at the moment we could do if we wanted to, but most of them involve harvesting currently. You can see how much better the yard looks being landscaped. We even put ourselves a nice sort of dirt wheel tracks through into the field here, which makes it look quite realistic, or I think it does anyway. So I don't know how full the Lexington is, but we'll empty her out anyway. Probably about 3/4 of a tank full there. As it's facing the right direction, we'll empty. Bit of a lag there from the server. Okay, so that's where we'll leave this video then. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will see you next time.